What does it mean to be a self? Can you be a self alone or only together with others as part of a community? Is the self real or illusory? How do we understand others, and what role does empathy play in that process? These are among the questions that we are exploring at the Center for Subjectivity Research. Today, many people are working on the problem of consciousness. We think that one of the most fascinating and enigmatic features of consciousness is its subjective character, the fact that it's a first-person phenomenon. That's the aspect that we are exploring and focusing on, and that's one reason for our name. Another reason is that subjectivity is a classical theme in philosophy, and by choosing our name, we wanted to acknowledge the importance of the tradition, also because we think that contemporary research on consciousness in many ways can profit from insights found in the classical debate.
The Center of Subjectivity Research in Copenhagen is a unique center worldwide.
There is no other center exactly like ours. We draw on phenomenology, philosophy of mind, hermeneutics, and the history of philosophy. And we are collaborating with psychiatrists, developmental psychologists, and cognitive scientists. This integration is required not only in order to avoid oversimplification, but also in order to do justice to the complexity of the questions that we are engaged with. Now, our approach is unique, and that is also one of the reasons why we have a steady stream of visitors from all over the world. This includes PhD students, postdocs, and professors.
It's an exceptional collection of people focusing on phenomenology. And for me, as a developmental psychologist, not a philosopher, it's the only kind of philosophy, I think, A, which makes me not want to cry, and B, which I think is exactly what psychology, which is at the moment struggling with ideas of embodiment, needs today.
The Center is a very real unit, and dialogue and intellectual openness are among the core aspects of our Center identity. They're also among some of the core virtues that we seek to install in all of our PhD students.
For me, one of the most important benefits of the Center is that there are people coming through for workshops and conferences on all kinds of different topics all the time, people with very different backgrounds.
And during these talks, then you will receive objection, criticism, but of course new inputs for your research.
Working at the Center gave me the opportunity to meet a lot of people that are now key collaborators in my research. They shifted the way I thought of central issues related to my research, and it also enhanced my way of thinking of the connection between empirical questions and the history of idea, providing new routes to explore those connections.
Now, the core theme of the Center is foundational issues connected to the self-other relation. The question of what one might learn about the self by exploring emotions like shame or self-alienation, or the kind of self-disorders that we find in schizophrenia. And in engaging with those questions, we have had to draw not only on phenomenology and philosophy of mind, but also, for instance, on psychopathology, developmental psychology, and even engage with themes found in Buddhist philosophy. Now, one of the things that we have recently started working on concerns the nature of the we. What is we identity? How should one understand this first-person plural? Does it retain the first-person singular, and if so, how? And what are the cognitive and affective preconditions for the emergence of a we, and what role does normativity play in this process?
The Center has gained a wide and worldwide reputation and attraction for scholars as well as younger postdocs and students for its unique integration of these approaches to study intersubjectivity in a monoparadigmatic but in a really interdisciplinary way.
Over the years, we have managed to establish ourselves as a center of world renown, and in the future we intend to consolidate and further strengthen this position.